Hey, hey, hey. Hi. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, Sandra. As you guys know, I said that I was going to do a fundraiser, and here we are. I didn't know what I was going to do a fundraiser on until I found the story last night that put me over the edge. Over the edge. I was so mad. Um, so I decided that this would be a good fundraiser. It's going to run for 24 hours. So as you can tell, there's no super chat button. You can't super chat. Anything goes right to RAIN, which is a group that's against rape, sexual assault, and incest. And I want to give a trigger warning. I do just want to give a trigger warning. Thank you, Anonymous. That you may get really, really, really pissed off when you see this story, especially if you've been a victim of rape or sexual assault or date rape or any of the above, or child abuse, child sexual assault. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through this without crying. I was going to do it last night and I couldn't do it without crying. So I said, all right, I'm not going to do this. And when I was setting up the fundraiser, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to cry. So I'm going to try not to cry. So if you hear me pause here and there, it's because I probably have tears in my eyes and you guys will understand it. So what this is about is I found a story last night out of Illinois that seems to be making national news. And the reason why it's making national news is because this judge needs to be removed from the bench ASAP. ASAP. I am so disgusted with this judge and the story that instead of me trying to explain it, I'm going to show you the news clip that I saw last night, and then we can discuss it. And you guys will understand. This isn't going to be a super long live because I got a lot of stuff to do, but I did want to bring it to you guys. I did want to start the fundraiser. So yeah, here we go. Actually, Jenny, you don't have to drop my PayPal link for this live because I want to keep it strictly for, and this goes for all mods. I want to, if you want to donate, do it through RAIN. I don't need PayPal through this live. We'll just keep it just the donation. You need a joint and a coffee for this. Absolutely. Hold on. What? Oh, hang on. All right. Bear with me.
An outrage after an Illinois judge decided to reverse his own decision in the sexual assault conviction of an 18-year-old at his sentencing hearing, now saying the 148 days he spent behind bars is, quote, plenty of punishment, and ruling the court will find him not guilty on all counts. Drew Clinton was initially found guilty of one count of criminal sexual assault of a 16-year-old girl at a bench trial in October, a charge that carries a mandatory minimum sentence of 4 years in prison. The accuser, Cameron Vaughn, identified herself to NBC affiliate WGEM. She alleges Clinton sexually assaulted her at a graduation party in May when she was unconscious.
I woke up at my friend's house with a pillow over my face so I couldn't be heard, and Drew Clinton inside of me.
Adams County Judge Robert Adrian decided Clinton should not be transferred to prison after his 148 days spent in county jail. Court transcripts showing the judge placed blame on parents hosting teenagers at a party. Quote, they provided liquor to underage people, and you wonder how these things happen. Well,
So yeah, you heard that right. The judge is blaming the parents of the party for allowing kids to drink. This shit pisses me off. this judge needs to go to jail, for real. How in the hell can you blame the parents for somebody raping someone and not the kid's parents? So it's the alcohol's fault, not so everyone that drinks must be raping somebody. Like, this is insane to me. Absolutely insane. And the judge says, oh, well, he's done enough time. He doesn't need to go further. Can you say white privilege at its finest? Somebody said in comments, and they're right, if this was a black man, he'd be locked away for life. But because it's a white football kid, that makes it okay. This is bullshit and wrong on so many levels. So many levels.
That's how these things happen. Vaughn shocked by the decision.
I immediately had to leave the courtroom and go to the bathroom. I was crying.
Clinton's attorney maintains his client should have been found not guilty on all 3 counts of criminal sexual assault at the trial, telling NBC News that Judge Adrian, quote, protected the girl with his ruling as much as he possibly could.
It made me seem like I fought for nothing and that I put my word out there for no reason.
Her father, Scott, also angry.
My family is destroyed because of this.
Scott says Cameron used to be an honor roll student who ran cross country and track and field.
Now she's lucky to carry a C average, and she's dropped out of all sports. All of her learning is at home now. She can't go to school.
Despite what happened to her, Cameron says this shouldn't stop other victims from seeking justice.
I think every other girl should know that this is a normal thing and they need to come out with what happens to them and not just let the guy get away.
All right, Megan Fitzgerald joins us now live from Chicago. Megan, a petition is now circulating online to remove Judge Robert Adrian from his position. Can you tell us more about that?
Tom, this situation has gotten national attention quickly. People are outraged. And so what we know is that a change.org petition has been filed. They're asking people for signatures, trying to get disciplinary action taken against this judge. So far, more than 15,000 people have signed. We talked to legal experts and they say, look, it is possible that this judge could be investigated for misconduct.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by...
Can you imagine? It gets me so mad because this is where I start to cry. I had tears through half of it. Whenever the father talked and then she talked, I got tears. Exactly. Exactly right, Alley Cat. How dare they? Thank you, Anonymous. How dare they turn around and say that it's the parents' fault? And this is what happens when you let underage people drink. Guess what? Alley Cat, I couldn't find it. Guess what? Thank you, L.A. Leggett. I have kids who are that underage drinking age, and I can assure you, no matter how drunk my boys get, they're never going to rape a girl. Okay? So, Judge, understand that. They can be pissed drunk. They can be a little drunk. They could be half drunk. Neither one of my children would ever rape a female, no matter how drunk they were. So anybody, any logical explanation that this judge may have needs to go to jail. And I hate to say it, but maybe he needs to get raped and see what happens. Let him see how it feels. Because this is where I get upset. Hold on. Until it happens to you, you have no idea how violated you feel, how dirty you feel, how disgusting you feel, and how dare you say that it's because somebody got drunk. No, it's not. It's not because somebody got drunk. Sorry, not sorry. You can get drunk all day long. Doesn't mean that you're going to forcibly rape somebody. Her life has changed forever. Forever. It is absolutely disgusting. And like I said, without anyone, showing hands, thank you, LA. But without anyone showing hands or put a one or anything like that, I will just say anybody that has been raped or date raped, it is the worst feeling in the world. And it's a feeling that you will never, ever, ever forget. You will never be the same. Your whole life changes. Your outlook changes. Most of the time, you'll turn to drugs, or you'll be promiscuous, or you'll just have low self-esteem. Like, it's not something I would wish on my worst enemy. And it doesn't matter what type of rape it is. But to be at a party, wake up, passed out, and wake up with Allie, it happened to me at 17, but I actually knew the person. It was still a violent rape, but I actually knew the person. And was forever changed. I will forever be changed. And that will happen to anybody. And don't forget, there's a lot of guys that get raped too. But imagine going to a party of people that you trust. And me too, Clarissa. Go to people you trust. You figure you can pass out in somebody's bed. You're not going to wake up with somebody's dick inside of you and a pillow over your head. And I don't know. I heard the story and I just could not believe that this judge could even comprehend saying what he said. Oh, well, it's the parents. No, sorry. Happy birthday. It's a violating experience you can ever live through. You just learn to live it. You do learn to live with it. Throw the judge off the bench. I say throw the judge off the bench, rape him, and put him in jail. That's what I think. Since he seems to think that it's not a big deal. Hey, Miss Dorky, he seems to think it's not a big deal. And that the kid served his time. He served enough time. Yeah, disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And unfortunately, the story just came out yesterday. There's not much more to it. Like, I don't have much more answers to it. But I did want to put it out there. I think it's absolutely disgusting. I don't have the link, Karen. Unfortunately, I've tried looking for the link. Let me see. Hold on. All right, let's see. Now, also, he was 18, she was 16. So it's more than just rape. You got statutory rape going on. There's so many things that he could have threw him in jail. And even at max, it was like 4 years. But the message, I'm still looking, but the message, honestly, that I'm trying to put out there is please don't stay quiet. I did stay quiet. I never told a soul for about a year. And it was the biggest mistake I ever made. So the judge had said the prosecutors had not proved their case against Mr. Clinton and that the girl was able to consent. Mr. Schnack said, which is the attorney, said that she made many decisions that night, including drinking and stripping down to her underwear to go swimming. Thank you, Bless. So because she went swimming in her underwear, in a bra and underwear, that, in the judge's mind, that meant she deserved to be raped. Great job. Great job. Judge Adrian said that he knew that by law, Mr. Clinton was supposed to serve time in prison. But in this case, the sentence was unfair, partly because Mr. Clinton turned 18 just 2 weeks before the party, until his arrest, he had no criminal record. So if you have no criminal record, it's okay to rape. This is not just. Judge Adrian said during the January 3rd hearing, there is no way for what happened in this case that this teenager should go to the Department of Corrections. I will not do that. He said that if he ruled that the sentence was unconstitutional, his decision would be reversed on appeal. Instead, he said what he could do is find that the people proved to fail their case. This is crazy. Judge Adrian chastised the parents and other adults who, he said, provided liquor to the teenagers at the party and failed to exercise their parental responsibilities. This is what happens, he said, when we have people, adults, having parties for teenagers, and they allow co-eds and female people to swim in their underwear in their swimming pool. And no, the judge said, underwear is not the same as swimming suits. Is this, like, am I even reading this? Like, this is the New York Times. Am I even, like, seeing this correctly? Or is this, like, insane? I'll even show you guys. I mean, I'm reading this right from the New York Times. This is insane. Carrie Ward, a CEO of Illinois Coalition Against Sexual Assault, said the judge's comments and his decision to throw out Mr. Clinton's conviction were a clean and clear example of victim blaming. By highlighting the girl's clothing and chastising the host of the party, the judge shifted 100% of the blame from the perpetrator, from the actual person who committed the sexual assault, to everyone else, including the victim. She said she was worried that other victims of sexual assault would now be even more hesitant to report an attack. One of the most significant reasons victims do not come forward is the feeling that they might be blamed for their own behavior. In her interview, the girl said she had hoped that what we had happen in her case would not dissuade others from coming forward to report sexual assault. They need to come out with what happens to them, she said, and not let the guy get away. It's just insane that the judge did the same. I'm telling you, he must have. I mean, this is just crazy. She at no time gave consent. In fact, earlier in the evening, she had specifically indicated that she did not want any sexual contact with the defendant. So the defendant took it upon himself to just do it anyway. I still can't find the, there's really nothing someone can do that would permit. Exactly. That's my whole point. There's nothing anyone can do that can do that. No, he got out. The judge overturned it, said he's not guilty of anything, and carry on. Let me see if I'm still trying to find a link. Plenty of articles. Let's see if People has it. The Illinois judge is taking criticism. All right. He added, he said, there's no way what happened in this case that this teenager should go to the Department of Corrections. I will not do that. Then he said, Mr. Clinton has served almost 5 months in the county jail, 148 days. For what happened in this case, that's plenty of punishment. Can you fucking believe that? I don't understand what the hell this judge is thinking. Still no link. On a side note, authorities in Illinois investigating the death of 6-year-old Damari Perry have filed charges against the boy's mom as well as 2 of his siblings. His body was found. He was reported missing on January 5th, and His body was found in an alley in Indiana on Saturday, if anyone's following that case. Basically, the judge is one of them dirty old men. Sure is. Pin the link for the article I just read. Yeah. He does. He needs to be removed, reported. I can't pin it because we have the fundraiser. Oh, you found it? Sweet. Thank you, Lindsay. Absolutely disgusting. This was in Illinois. Why am I not surprised? Yep, Lindsay has it. Thank you, Lindsay. All right. So they now have almost 20,000 signatures. I'm going to go ahead and sign it. God, it's got my old... It's got all my old info. All right. It's almost at 20,000. So here's the story that's on the change.org. Memorial Day weekend 2021, a 16-year-old girl went to a party. She swam in her underwear. She drank too much, became ill, and passed out on a couch by herself. When she woke up, her face was being pushed into a pillow. I told you guys I might get upset. And a person was sexually assaulting her in the form of vaginal penetration. She immediately left the scene and woke up her friends who were sleeping in a nearby room. They left the house where they had been sleeping and reported the rape to a trusted adult the next morning. The perpetrator of this sexual assault, Drew S. Clinton, who has ties to both the Detroit, Michigan area as well as Quincy, Illinois area, was 18 years old at the time. He was arrested and confined. That it was true he had penetrated the victim sexually. He was charged with 3 counts of criminal sexual assault, to which he pled not guilty, with his defense being he had believed the encounter to be consensual. At the conclusion of a bench trial on October 15, 2021, Drew S. Clinton was found guilty on 1 count of criminal sexual assault for digitally penetrating the victim. He was found not guilty of 2 other counts. Judge Robert Bob Adrian was the judge who ruled Drew Clinton is guilty of criminal sexual assault. However, on January 3rd, 2022, this very same Judge Adrian reversed his own ruling and declared the defendant was not guilty. In addition, Judge Adrian made a number of intensely gross remarks regarding this case, the victim and her family, and women in general. These are some of the remarks Judge Adrian made that have been released to the public. This happened when this teenager, who was 2 weeks past 18 years old, he has no prior record, none whatsoever. By law, the court is supposed to sentence this young man to the Department of Corrections. This court will not do that. That is not just. There is no way for what happened in this case that this teenager should go to the Department of Corrections. I will not do that. Mr. Clinton has served almost 5 months in the county jail, 148 days. For what has happened in this case, there's plenty of punishment. The court is going to reconsider its verdict and is going to find the defendant not guilty. Therefore, the defendant will be released from custody. Bond will be discharged. This is what happens when parents do not exercise their parental responsibilities, when we have people, adults, having parties for teenagers. and they allow co-eds and female people to swim in their underwear in their swimming pool. And no, underwear is not the same as swimming suits. They allowed 16-year-olds to bring liquor to a party. They provided liquor to underage people, and you wonder how these things happen. Well, that's how these things happen. The court is totally disgusted with the whole thing. These statements set the precedent that if a victim swims in their underwear and drinks alcohol, these things happen. They say that if a perpetrator is being caught for the first time, he believes they should get a mulligan. They say that Judge Adrian reversed his own ruling because he simply did not want to hand down the sentence that is associated with the crime to which himself had already found the perpetrator guilty. This is not how the law is supposed to operate. Judge Adrian does not have the authority to change the law because he wants to. His job is to uphold and defend the law. There is no contest that Drew Clinton did sexually penetrate the victim. There was no contest that the victim was 16 years old at the time. By that simple fact alone, the victim was legally unable to offer sexual consent under any circumstances. Additionally, intoxicated persons are not able to offer consent. I mean, I just can't deal with this fucking judge. The sexual assault this young girl experienced is erogenous in and of by itself. But what Judge Adrian has said and done to not only this survivor, but to all current and future sexual assault survivors and their loved ones is irreconcilable deviation from both the spirit and the letter of the law. If he does not have the faith and consistency in his own rulings, there is no reason for the public to respect his continuance in the position of power as an authority of law. But the reprehensible precedent Judge Adrian has set by not upholding the law, we ask you censure, suspend, and or remove him from his position in the 8th Circuit Court in Illinois. Crazy. Hey, Goose. Crazy. He reversed his own ruling. He charged him and then decided not to charge him. Absolutely crazy. And there's a whole bunch of links under it. I can't comprehend how a lawyer can, how a judge can do this. Hey, BC. I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. I mean, what is this judge thinking? What could he possibly be thinking that's going to allow this to take place? I just don't get it. I truly don't get it. We are going backwards. I mean, I'm not surprised this is Quincy, Illinois. I believe that's Cook County. I think. No, is it? I forget. I signed it too. See, that's what I'm wondering too. Did the judge get paid off? Is he have Alzheimer's? Something. But to completely do a 180? And why should anybody ever come forward? Why? So you're only going to get slammed? Yeah, I realized after I said it, Laura, it's not. Only to get slammed? You know? Oh, I'm sorry. You got drunk and you went swimming in your underwear? Oh, okay. Well, you deserve to get raped then. It will not be on his record anymore. It will be completely wiped out. Hey, voice. He will be completely wiped out. That's why we don't come forward. Exactly. The judge made sure that this won't stay on his record. I'm so thankful she spoke up too. I am. He re-victimized the victim. I mean, and here's the other thing. If you're so mad at the if you're so mad at the parents, then arrest them. You can arrest them for underage drinking. You can arrest them for supplying alcohol. Throw them in jail, judge. Do something. You're letting a you're letting a known rapist go free, one that you convicted. You convicted him. And you're letting him go free. You're bitching about the parents, but you're not arresting them. What they did is illegal. At least do something. He's not doing anything. I 100% agree this man was paid off. 100%. Nothing will change my mind on that. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. I just don't get it. Charge a pay. Exactly. If you're going to bitch about the parents, then charge them. That's all. Charge the parents, and then you don't have to worry about it. The judge I work for was great, but there are judges out there that can be bought off. But so blatantly bought off, that's the problem. This was like so blatantly bought off. I wonder if she can sue the judge. I mean, I know you can't really sue a judge, but I don't know. Can you imagine being a father? And a bra and underwear is really no different than a bikini, just saying. Unless you're wearing see-through. Irresponsible parents need to start getting real charges. Yes, but drinking is not what caused this rape. Being drunk isn't what caused this rape. What this rape was caused from a fucked up individual who will most likely do it again. Oh, I agree, Allie. I would kill someone. I tell all of Sage's boyfriends, you hurt her, you never will see anything like me again. Because trust me when I tell you, I will kill you. Most men should be afraid of a guy. No, you need to be afraid of me. Her boyfriends need to be afraid of me. I told her latest, you hurt her, you'll never see daylight again. And when I say hurt, I don't mean like, they break her heart. I mean physically. So they're all like, all right, gotcha, mom, gotcha. I'm just telling you. That judge is making a monster. You don't think this kid's going to go to school? Going to go to college? Here, check out these stats. Hold on. I actually got them off Rain's website. Statistics. Every 68 seconds, an American is sexually assaulted. Sexual violence affects hundreds of thousands of Americans each year. While we're making progress, even today, only 25 out of every 1,000 rapists will end up in prison. Gee, I wonder why. Because of idiots like this judge. That's why. Judge was threatened, maybe. It doesn't matter, though. That it's just disgusting. That judge just cleared a path for him to do it again. Absolutely. Hold on. All right, statistics. Campus sexual violence. Women age 18 to 24 are at an elevated risk of sexual violence. 13% of all students, think about this, listen to this. 13% of all students experience rape or sexual assault through physical force, violence, or incapacitation among all graduate and undergraduate students. 13%. That's fucking high. You know, it may not seem like a lot in the overall scheme of life, but they're talking about college campuses and students. 13% of students. That's crazy. Among graduate and professional students, 9.7% of females and 2.5% of males experience rape or sexual assault through physical force, violence, or incapacitation. Among graduate students, you ready for this? I'm sorry, undergrad students, 26.4% of females and 6.8% of males experience rape or sexual assault through physical force, violence, or incapacitation. 5.8% of students have experienced stalking since entering college. 26.4% of females. That's a quarter of every undergrad. A little over a quarter of undergrads. That is fucking insane. Insane. Yeah, this is all taken. I'll drop the link. This is all from Rain's website, which is the fundraiser I'm doing. What? Student or not, college-age adults. I know they are, Nikki. Student or not, college-age adults are at a high risk for sexual violence. Male college-age students 18 to 24 are 78% more likely than non-students of the same age to be a victim of rape or assault. Female college-age students 18 to 24 are 20% less likely than non-students of the same age to be a victim of rape or sexual assault. It's much higher than that. The smart ones don't talk. Exactly. About 1 in 5 college-age female survivors. You know what? Why don't I just share this with you guys? Hold on. All right. Now we can look at it together. Is more prevalent in college compared to other. About 1 in 5 college-age female survivors received assistance for a victim services agency. 5 robberies for every 4 sexual assaults. 2 sexual assaults for every 1 robbery. All women, college women. %23 of transgender, genderqueer, or nonconforming college students have been sexually assaulted. Only 20% of female student victims age 18 to 24 reported to law enforcement. Only 32% of non-student females the same age make a report. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I can't grasp this. 86% of sworn campus law enforcement officials have legal authority to make an arrest outside of the campus grounds. I'm scared to death of my daughter going to college. Scared to death. Among 4-year academic institutions with 2,500 students or more, 75% employ armed officers, a 10% increase in the last decade. My son assaulted her physically, never happened, but thank God there was a witness. It's crazy. Hang on, I gotta find, my feet are cold. What? All right. What are we discussing? A judge that needs to be taken off the bench ASAP. Judge that needs to be shot and raped and shown how it feels to be violated. That's what we're discussing. Many college campuses have emergency signal lights set up every few yards. Yeah. The link to donate isn't pinned anymore. Hold on. Yeah, it is. This topic triggers me, but we'll tell you, Laura, respect, love you always. Thank you, checking evictions. It's pinned. You just got to click it. Thank you for not muddying the waters of the summer case. Oh, that reminds me. I have to release Allie's interview. I said I was going to. Thank you, Goose. I said I was going to release it today. But this donation, I'm trying to raise $1,500. Again, it goes directly to them. Has nothing to do with me. YouTube takes all the charges for it. So you don't have to worry about getting charged anything, but you'll get an instant, what's it called? Receipt from YouTube or from Rain. So we raised $300 so far. Woo woo. Believe me, guys, anything helps. Anything. Whether it's $5, $1, anything helps. And these are all approved fundraisers through YouTube. Anyone with over 10,000 subs can do a fundraiser that goes directly through YouTube. Has nothing to do with us. Thank you, checking convictions. Civil suit, parents can be civilly liable, meaning that damage can be awarded in a civil suit. Yeah, but you can't sue a judge. That's the problem. You cannot sue a judge. Well, that's why it pissed me off about fundraiser with Summer's case, because a lot of these people have gotten over 10,000 subs, and yet they haven't done a fundraiser yet. Why? Do a fundraiser. Stop saying how everybody else is about money and put your money where your mouth is. That's what I do. This is actually the third fundraiser I've done on this channel. You can appear. No, you can't sue a judge. Maybe in Illinois you can, but generally you can't. You can't sue prosecutors. You can't sue judges. I mean, every state's different, but I'm pretty sure that still holds true. Oh, parents. We know you're actually someone. I do, Jennifer. I work for a judge. You could sue a judge. It's horrible, but it has. Maybe depending on the state. Hey, Carol. Most states, you can't sue a judge. I know Wisconsin, you definitely can't sue a judge. No. Karen, you're wrong. I'm going to look it up. Okay, you can sue a judge. I guess you're right. You can sue a judge if he violates the integrity and independence of the judiciary, which he did, actually. Judges' misconduct may include off-the-bench conduct. Oh, okay. Although it's almost impossible to recover monetary damages from a judge. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, you could sue her for limited things, but you're not going to get money from it. Judges have no liability of professional behavior. That's pretty much it. Judges are typically immune from a lawsuit. You cannot sue judges for actions they took in their official capacity. Judicial immunity. In the 11th District of Illinois, Woodford County, in a civil case, individuals' civil and constitutional rights were denied as the third judge in the case. Of course it's Illinois, because Illinois is corrupt. Judges in Illinois cannot be sued at all. We tried with James and Carras case. Well, that's what I'm looking up. As a general rule, however, judges cannot be held liable for money damage for acts done in the exercise of his judicial function. Yeah, this is a whole nother case. I mean, this is a whole nother live. Here's the link that I'm looking at. I don't know if it's any. I have to look further. Oh, huh. Yeah, way too intricate. Naughty Rudolph, I've never said anything like that. I don't care about Molly's fucking crotch. Yes, judicial immunity. Judges in Illinois are protected from lawsuits based on what the judge did in their capacity as a judge. The concept's called judicial immunity. I know, Bolo. I think it's so gross. Like, I don't care about a fucking crotch. So, that was the story I had for you guys. Like I said, it's something that I wanted to bring last night, and the judge is now only allowed small cases, only civil cases for now. I feel so bad for her. I am sick, Sherry. I just can't believe that here this girl goes through a trial. She openly says what she does. You know, and in the end, what happens? It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Nobody cares. My fingers are swollen. Nobody cares. Guy gets off. Football star who looks like a girl, in my opinion. Who looks like a girl, gets away with it, is going to go off to college and most likely do it again. And this girl's entire life is ruined. I know we care. It's just crazy. Parents not to be their child's best friend. Oh, I agree with you. Robin, it's funny that you say that. Not too long ago, it was New Year's Eve, actually. New Year's Eve, Sage says to me, Mom, I know you're going to say no, but I'm going to ask anyway. Okay. She's like, actually, Preston's going to ask you. And I said, oh my God, what? So I thought he was going to say, like, can I spend the night because, I don't want to drive later or something like that. That's what I thought was going to happen. But no. She says, now this is 17, 16, 16, and 19-year-old kids. Mom, I said, yes, Preston. We're not going to leave the party. Will you buy us alcohol? I said, are you out of your fucking mind? That would be a hard no, Preston. And if I find out my daughter is drinking, you're going to pay for it. Okay, Mom, no problem. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, no, that takes balls. I was like, I may be the cool mom, but I'm not that cool. Sorry. I don't need my daughter getting drunk at 16 years old, 17 years old. Yeah, that's a hard no. But hey, thanks for asking. Judges can be removed certain cases or can be removed from the bench. Yes. But you have to understand, a lot of times a lawyer is not going to go against the judge because they have to see each other in court. You would have to get a judge from lawyer from an outside courthouse that's never going to see the judge. People forget that. That lawyer that you hire has to go against the judge. So that lawyer has to have that judge like, whoa. My teenage grandson's parents thinks it's okay to live with his girlfriend in their home. I am sorry I was a wild teen, but I'm old-fashioned what I allow in my home. I made that mistake when my son was young. Occasionally gave my kids wine with dinner to build their tolerance before dating. Now, I mean, they're curious. Like Phoenix once took a sip of vodka just to see what it tasted like. I don't care about that. But I'm not buying my kids alcohol at 16 years old. That's a hard no. Why would I want to bring a child into the selfish world? Our beautiful children should not have their innocent actions held against them. I agree. Another missing kid. There's another missing woman in Colorado. I saw that yesterday. Another blonde goes missing in Colorado. I don't know where. I only saw it real briefly. Bye, Will. Oh, shit. Body found in southern Alabama. Investigators believe it's a missing Colorado woman. Posted an hour ago. Damn.
And first at the half hour, an alarming discovery near northern Monroe County, a hunter finding the body of a missing Colorado woman.
Hold on.
Woman this morning inside a shooting house that was near the Wilcox County line.
But how exactly did Cheryl Pence get there? That's got investigators mystified. Fox News reporter Ariel Mallory has more information on Pence's disappearance.
And Ariel, you spoke with the Monroe County Sheriff. Do they have any reason to suspect foul play?
No, not at this time. Monroe County Sheriff Tom Boatwright says they don't believe foul play was involved, but they are working to try to figure out how and why she ended up deep in the woods. A 2-week search into the whereabouts of a missing Colorado woman came to an end today. A hunter finding the body of 56-year-old Cheryl Pence inside a shooting house.
Near the Wilcox Monroe County line. They were conducting a search this morning, and actually one of the hunters in that area had went hunting and went to a shooting house, and the door was actually locked from the inside of the shooting house.
Sheriff Boatwright isn't sure why Pence was in Alabama other than traveling with her son, Michael McBee, who he says was on a spiritual journey.
I feel like that she was just in the woods and was lost, did not know where she was at. Like I said, she went missing on January the 1st, and we feel like that she went to that shooting house maybe to get shelter or get out of the weather.
The sheriff says McBee has returned to Colorado after being questioned by Wilcox County deputies. Now they are working to find out exactly what happened. We're told investigators are waiting on an autopsy to determine Pence's cause of death. In Monroeville, Ariel Mallory, Fox 10 News.
Bolo, I was thinking the same thing. Are they kidding me? So a woman from Colorado ends up in southern Alabama and they don't find foul play? She was in some kind of shooting house? I don't even know what a shooting house is, though. Yeah, no foul play at all. Are these people insane?
That breaking news is a tragic story out of Tuscaloosa County. And
there's another one.
Eight-year-old child and the child's mother killed in a double murder suicide.
And that's all according to the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office. Calvin Reynolds joins us now live with what he's learned about this tragic situation. Hey, Calvin.
It is truly a tragic situation, Janice and Mike. This situation started here at 3 o'clock this morning. This is the Hinton Place subdivision off of Highway 69 South in Tuscaloosa County, the 9700 block of Charlace Drive. The home that you see behind me is the crime scene. It's wrapped up in crime tape, and investigators are still on scene going in and out of the home. Just a few minutes ago, authorities released the names of the people involved in this murder-suicide. 3 people are dead. There were 2 victims. Authorities tell us that the adult female victim in this case was Derica McGee, age 29, and her 8-year-old son, Aiden Williams. Authorities tell us they believe that the suspected shooter in this case was her boyfriend, Darren Patton Jr., age 34. Now, according to the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office, they were called here around 3 o'clock in the morning. There were some people who had been inside of the home who eventually got outside of the house. They said that they believed that Patton had shot his girlfriend. Authorities arrived on scene, and once they were able to make it inside of the home, they determined that all 3 individuals inside of the home were dead. Now, several family members have been here on scene for the past couple of hours. We got a chance to speak to one of them who shared her thoughts about the situation and what may have led up to this murder-suicide.
I would tell any woman or man, if you're in an abusive relationship, get out. This has been going on for however many years. My niece has been moving from home to home, trying to quote unquote get rid of him. If you're in an abusive relationship, man or woman, get out.
Amen.
Get out.
As I mentioned, authorities remain on scene here in the Hinton Place subdivision. Now, we are told that they are still talking to witnesses and people who were here when this incident first started. They said that even though they believe that all the people involved in this are dead, that it is still a situation where they have to investigate and try to determine how things started and what led up to the scene that happened inside of this home. We'll have more details
as they
become available. For now, live this morning from Tuscaloosa County, Kelvin Reynolds, WBRC, Fox 6 News.
The son is dead. The mother's dead. The son's dead. And the guy that shot them is dead. Crazy. If you're in an abusive relationship, get out. All right, let's do one more highlight. Let's see. All right, we'll do one more. Then I got to get working.
And Fox News has new information tonight about how Tammy Wedgeworth was murdered. The body of the Fairhope woman found in a ditch on Friday by MPD.
Police say she was last seen on New Year's Day, headed towards Mobile. 2 people have been arrested in connection to the case. Our Lacey Beasley is standing by with brand new court documents. Lacey, what do you have?
Hey, Lenise and Byron, for the first time tonight, these court documents show that Tammy Wedgeworth was shot and killed, and we're learning where investigators believe the crime happened. New details tonight on where Tammy Wedgeworth's murder may have happened. She was a 44-year-old mother to 3 sons, found shot to death in this ditch off Eliza Jordan Road on Friday. According to new court documents, the killing allegedly happening in the 8600 block of Shaw Street in Mobile, about 10 minutes away. According to court documents, this is the street where Tammy Wedgeworth was killed. This is also where one of the suspects, 33-year-old Kenneth Colburn, lives. Colburn, along with 35-year-old Amanda Miller, both in jail tonight. Colburn charged
Anyone that has a tattoo over his eye, stay away from.
With murder and credit card fraud. Miller also accused of using Wedgeworth's credit card. Colburn has a long rap sheet. According to court documents, in the last 16 years, he's been charged with assault at least 8 times, 13 charges involving controlled substances, and 11 theft of property charges. Wedgeworth's mother just told us that her daughter's funeral is expected to be next Wednesday at Serenity Funeral Home. Reporting live from Government Plaza, Lacey Beasley, Fox 10 News.
Crazy. So yeah, for the record, if you see somebody with tattoos on their face, best to stay away. And especially if they have a teardrop. If they have a teardrop on their face, definitely stay away. Bad, bad news. All right, you said missing boy in Tennessee. Amber Alert. TBI issues Amber Alert for missing 6-year-old boy from Tellico Plains in Monroe County. Elijah Kensinger is around 4 feet tall, weighs 55 pounds, sandy brown hair and brown eyes. Got lost in the woods. Missing teeth. All right, hold on. A teardrop means they killed someone. It's a jail thing. Oh my God, now this is blinking. Well, it's the first time this has ever been glitchy. All right. You're just going to have to hear it.
7:30 this morning, we're continuing to follow that breaking news out of Monroe County, where the search continues for 6-year-old Elijah Kessinger. You may have heard this Amber Alert on your phone a little after midnight this morning. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office says Elijah was last seen playing in the woods near his home, not far from Telego Plains off New Highway 68 in a community called Coker Creek. Now, yesterday afternoon around 4:30, Elijah was in the woods with his dog, but only the dog came back. Police at this time think Elijah wandered off and is lost in the woods.
It is 7:30. We do want to go out to the scene live with our Kyle Granger this morning. Kyle, you are with Elijah's mother, with her right now. Please, what's the latest going on, Kyle?
Well, it is obviously a very sad time for her and for everyone here. We're feeling all those emotions with us this morning, and you just came over, and it may be hard to describe exactly what you are feeling right now, but you said you wanted to update us with some updated pictures so that we had a better idea. Do you have that with you where you can show us and describe Elijah for us, if you will?
He's 6. His hair is blondish, brownish. He just lost his 2 bottom teeth, which is really noticeable. The pictures online are not good, so this kind of helps. Brown eyes. He's really thin, as most boys that get that growth spurt right there at that age of 6 are. He's really smart.
And you were at home at the time?
He was with his dad at the time. I just got here.
Okay.
We're not together.
What describe Elijah? Is he an outgoing young boy? Does he like to play outside?
Yes, we're very outdoorsy. Obviously, we live here in Tennessee.
Obviously, it's very cold out here this morning. We were very cold waiting on this.
We are always outside and adventuring, and honestly feel like the forest would be safe and preferable to other places he could be. So I'm just hoping that we find him here.
We hope so too. We're all saying a prayer for you here this morning. Casey and Harry.
All right, Kyle, definitely let her know that we're thinking about her this morning, and tell her thank you for sharing those photos. We want to get the word out. We do have his photos, some of those photos posted right now on our WVLT News app and on our Facebook page.
Is she not seem believable to me, or is it me? Like, if my son was lost on his dad's watch, oh, I'd be a lot more crazy. She just seems way too calm. Way too calm. And I'm not saying she had anything to do with it, but I don't know. She just seems way too calm. She seems like I don't know, like it's weird. And I'm not trying to be an asshole, but she doesn't seem that concerned. I don't know. And the dog would leave if he was going back to get help. But she makes it out like her and her ex are, the best of friends. Like, I would be flipping the fuck out. So, exactly. Something is off. I don't know. And I don't want to blame her for anything, but something is off. I'd go out with the dog, Sticky, I was thinking the same thing. Like, I don't know. Are they in a custody fight? Like, I'll have to look more into it. But I don't know. All right, is he remarried? Like, I would just, hey, Anita, I don't know. That's weird to me. He's got 3 sisters. Let's see. So if you're on Twitter, here's the link. Now, I can understand maybe being uncomfortable, But this was weird. She went, I don't know. Dog returns from woods without him. Well, here's a nice one. Nashville police find an 11-year-old missing boy alive. Grandma had him. He went missing on Grandma's watch. Pointing at Mom in a whole other state is probably not. I didn't say I was pointing at Mom. I didn't point at anybody. So slow your roll. Missing Tennessee boy found safe in California. Crazy. It was weird. She may have been sedated. It's possible. Roll slowed. Yeah, I didn't blame anybody. I'm just saying she seemed a little odd. If that was my ex and my son is lost on his watch, that's a problem. I'm going to be freaking out on him. Just saying. She was very nonchalant, exactly. Well, we're not together. I don't know. And I'm not saying she had anything to do with it. I'm just saying she was calm. No, you didn't want anybody. Thank God they found a little boy alive. Praise God. Let's all take a second. There's a lot of them that's been found. There's a 14-year-old missing from Jackson, Tennessee. Get the bullfrog to scream in her face. She is awfully calm for someone who's missing a child. Who got lost in the woods. That to me, I don't know. Buka once got lost in the woods and I cried for days. I couldn't even compose myself. And that was Buka. So I can't even imagine it being a child. I really did. I mean, I was hysterical. I could not compose myself for a week. I couldn't work. I couldn't think. I hope the haters for don't go after his fam. Oh, the hater for. Yeah, right? No, I mean, there's so much I would need to know. A 2-month-old from Sunday endangered child alert was found in Clarksville. Crazy. It's okay, Star. Hey, we raised a couple of hundred. I'm proud of that. It's a couple of hundred more than they had to begin with. We raised $320. That's $320 more than we started on this live. So I think we did pretty damn good. Oh, I think the judge was bought off. I do agree with that. Couple hundred. I'm like, exactly. 320 is better than nothing. Like, unlike a lot of the drama community, I don't care about numbers. I don't care if I have 1,000 people in here, if 90% of them are trolls. I'd rather have, 200 people in here that are here for the right reasons, that are engaging, that are talking, that are, you know what I mean? And to be able to raise $320 in an hour, go me. I think that's awesome. And now Rain gets $320 that they wouldn't have had originally. There you go. Couple hundred raised in the morning. I know. Exactly. On the last minute whim. I don't have 50,000 subscribers. I think they were going for a good cause, but the second day I realized they were going on a man. Yeah, it was ridiculous. It's amazing. I agree. We raised a measly $400 for a local DV shelter. I was disappointed. They were more than grateful. Easy to forget. Every bit helps. $400 for a local DV is not a bad at all. Exactly, Sherry Ann. Hey, Scoop. But no, I'm very happy with the 320. Woo, woo. All right. So I have to go work. Through my feeling like shit, I feel like I'm never getting better. I don't have COVID. I just have Sage's cold. Because that's what kids do. They give you their illnesses. And you can't help it. They just give you the illnesses. And you try to take care of them, and then you get sick. So anyone with kids knows exactly what I'm talking about. So only place I have to go today is to drop Sage off at work. She's like, Mom, can I have your car? I'm like, that's a hard no. Sorry. She's like, well, can you take me to work? Do I have a choice? Nobody told you to smash up a car, little girl. So, thank you, Catherine. So I am out. Have you seen cold and flu medicine aisles and pharmacies? They're cleared out. I know they are. So I actually ordered some COVID tests, home COVID tests. So I'll take one, but I haven't even had a fever. And I know Sage just had the common cold. So, all right. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe on the way out. And like I said, the fundraiser will run through tomorrow. And hopefully I will feel better. By the way, guys, if you don't own a weighted blanket, I suggest getting one. They are amazing. They keep you nice and snuggly and warm, and it's been great. So on that note, I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful day. I don't know if I'll be back tonight, but I will see you guys tomorrow. But I did want to do as promised, and that was do a fundraiser today and speak about something different. So here we are. Breaking news, Russia has attacked Ukraine. Okay. So I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. Again, make sure you hit like and subscribe on the way out. And if you can donate to RAIN, go for it. If you can't, that's perfectly fine too. I am very happy that this fundraiser, on a whim, we raised $320. And that's awesome. So I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Peace. And stay out of the drama. Drama sucks.